consisting of upper house, lower house, Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha. Written constitution. Constitution is not only written document, but also the lengthiest constitution of the world. Division of power, constitutional debate, powers between the center state, dual polity, constitution established dual polity consisting union and center, state at the periphery, endowed with sovereign powers to be exercised in the field assigned to them. Deals with the matters of national importance like defense, foreign affairs, looks after the matters of regional and local importance, public order, supremacy of the constitutions. The constitution is supreme law of the land, the law enacted by the center and state must conform to the provision. They can be declared invalid by the Supreme Court or the High Courts to their power of judicial review. Independent judiciary constitution establish an independent judiciary headed by the Supreme Court for two purposes. Constitution world, the Constitution independent judiciary to effect by the exercising the power of judicial review. Settle the dispute between the center and the state or between the state. The Constitution contains various measures like the strict security of tenure to judges, fixed service conditions, and so on to make the judiciary independent of the government. Judiciary. Which are the Indian Constitution is mainly federal nature. There are some unique safeguards for enforcing national unity and growth. National unity and growth. The Supreme Court laid down the Constitution is federal and characterized federalism as the basic feature, conferring the great power. Does not mean that the state are mere appendages of the centers. Purpose of PIL citizen gets an expensive remedy to solve the problem of the crime. Courts can concentrate on large public issues of human rights, consumer welfare, and environment. PL have made it easier for the judiciary to execute when it is not performing its duty properly. PA, Cross PL. Citizens expensive remedy to solve the problem of the crime. Public interest litigations. Actually, the credit for introducing public interest litigation and making the court accessible to the unrecognized, illiterate, poor have not goes to few activists, judges notably. Here Krishna Liar and P.N. Bhagavati, judges of Supreme Court. Public interest litigation has not taken very kind towards various court decisions. Now, PIL are increasing in number. There are a number of incidents which curtails hurts the feeling of the people as well as their rights as the citizens of country. The Supreme Court has also set up legal aid in favor of the millions. Legal aid in favor of millions of people in India. It is also play inevitable role in the field of PIL in expanding its scope so that it turns to be a counterbalance to the lethargy, inefficiency of the executive. Hence, the machinery governing public interest litigations, not only broadening rules of locus, standing from the traditional individualism to community orientations. PIL. It would comprehend legal wrong or injury or illegal burden caused or threatened. The subject may be either a person or a determined class of persons who by reason of poverty, helplessness or disability or socially or economically disadvantages position cannot themselves claim relief before the courts Any member of the public can maintain an applications for the appropriate directions on behalf of such a persons or class of persons. Class of persons. The court can issue any direction addressing a letter which the court could convert into writ petitions. Many people started handling PIL as tool for harassment because frivolous cases can be filed without heavy court of fee as a compared to private litigations. Judiciary has been criticized due to the overstepping of its jurisdiction. It is unable to implement its order effectively. PL is being misused in many ways by the public litigation for private grievances. The grab of public interest by seeking publicity rather than supporting the public cause. Publicity. Actually, publicity. PIL. Actually, Constitution contains various measures like security of the tenure of the judges, fixed service conditions so as to make judiciary independent. We see that Indian constitution is mainly federal in nature, although there are some unique safeguards for enforcing national unity and growth. The Supreme Court laid down the constitution is federal and characterized federalism as the basic feature. Better power to the center does not mean that states are mere appendages of the centers. The state of independent constitutional existence with reference actually with respect to the financials. With respect to financial oversight, financial oversight undertaken by the parliament discuss the mechanisms before the budget passed. Financial oversight. With respect to financial oversight, it ensures effective delivery of public service. Taxpayers' money is raised and spent properly in most political systems. Parliament have a role in approving budget. Parliament actually in European countries corruption less, as well as reviewing the government spending to ensure that the funds are used properly, efficiently and effectively. Financial oversight by the parliament. Oversight of the government finances involves the scrutiny of the government financial proposal, mechanisms for oversight before the budget is passed. General discussion and voting. The general discussion on the budget is held on the day subsequent to the presentation of the budget by the finance minister. Discussion at the stage is the general examinations, budget, and policies of the taxation. General discussion on the budget is held on a day subsequent to the presentation of the budget. Discussion at the stage is confined to the general examination. Discussion on demand for grants. The general discussion followed by discussion on the demand for grants of different ministers. The remaining undiscussed demands are disposed by the speakers after the is necessary to make sure their sanctioned amount being used in an appropriate manner. Parliament may also Public Account Committee CSD report agencies. The expectation of citizens from the government has increased multifold due to the social, economic, and technological changes. These expectations can be met only when the government spends the taxpayers' money in an efficient, transparent, and effective manner. Actually,